Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, we're going to do 4th House Stellium and actually knock a video out. Because a few things popped up over the weekend. Kind of creepy. What do you think? Alright. 4th House Stellium. What is happening? What's going on? 4th House Stellium. Two of Pentacles. I love that. On the butterfly wing. Since they meet, they have the same beast, but different. 10 of Cups, the Chariot, and the 7 of Swords. Okay. The Tower in reverse. The 8 of Swords and the World. Then you've got Legacy. 4 is up, 4 is down. 4 is a wild. I guess we're going to do that today. 4th House Stellium. Giving it over. Okay, whatever you say, kids. All right. So, Tower in reverse with the 8 of Swords. And the World with the Legacy. Okay, so if we... Oh, you can't see. See, this is why. So there's that one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how to do this. That's gonna... Oh my god. Just tape stuff off the tower. I'm keeping that in reverse. And then the 8 of Swords. 21 the World. And a Legacy here. We got 2 10s. Everybody's coming up with 10s and Stelliums right now. That's really interesting. So, a lot of things are coming to completion for a lot of people right now. Okay. A lot of things are beginning to become known. And all the I guess this is lies being exposed. Okay, that's the 7 and this is the 8. Give me a second. Okay, so 4th House Stellium, fucking right on. Okay, so I see you. I see what you're working on here. You have come to the understanding of the pattern, starting the read off, and it's bringing you the 10 of Cups, obviously. Because even though understanding those patterns can, in the initiation process into understanding them and bringing them full circle and all that other crap, can be dreadfully painful in the beginning, but then you're completely in power once you understand how that power paradigm pattern works, right? And then you're able to be content with that and just move forward with the Chariot here. But you are keeping something hidden. I don't think this is a lie coming into you. I think you are keeping your newfound power a secret. Okay. So, 4th house. You are the fox. And no, they're not bad creatures. They're amazing, amazing, brilliant, sweet little critters who just instinctively know this gets exposed, this doesn't get exposed. So that's that intuitive nature that, like, some things are not meant for public consumption. Okay, and if I'm saying that, okay, so I see you. It's totally okay. Not going to delve into that. The tower, so oftentimes when we can step into that paradigm, right, or dimension, whatever the heck I don't know, thing, step into that signature pattern, those tower moments that were initially going to be upright and like are now just going to move really slowly and gently through our lives. That's the tower in reverse. And you are being protected here, okay? And you're completing all the karmic patterns. And this is going to result in something being built as far as a legacy goes. Because again, that understanding, that acknowledgement, that kind of giving over of the surrendering to what you you don't have control over, and then taking back the power of what you do have control over. This again penetrates the entirety of one person's life, and then that in turn trickles out into everything else. You see how this looks like water here? This is really brilliant. This is whoever did this card. Kim Kranz. Fucking genius, because that's what a legacy does. Not only are they putting ripples in the pool here, okay, out on the spectrum of light as well, but what's happening is this gets you a sense that this is the pond. This is the only pond that actually matters, right? It's not a vast, expansive landscape. This is the vital life force energy that connects all, and how that pattern is right there, okay? So you're just right there. And for those of you who are like, there's only 9 pentacles, I hear you. I did the same fucking thing. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, she can't count. It's so the last one's right in the center, darling. I know you can't see it. I know. I hear you. I did the same thing. Okay. So that's kind of what you have going for you. I'm not going to give anything else away, but it's brilliant energy. And as long as this is being fed right here and it's a party on the inside, F everything else. F everybody's opinion. F everybody's whatever. If you can tap into that paradigm and maneuver into that center of discernment, cast everything else away. Serious business. If you can maneuver into that discernment, yet this is going to lead up to something good, nope, that's not. And that comes with accessing everything in a factual way. Not putting like a coating of icing that's yum yum over it. It's the understanding that, yeah, that's going to taste bitter in my mouth, but if I don't get the facts of the situation and understand the pattern, then I'm going to fuck up a lot. I'm going to fuck up hard. And you don't want to be there, and you're not going to get there. So you are discerning that energy, and you're going to have to start putting that into practice at some point. Yes, you can hold off for a little while. Yes, you can keep it to yourself and keep it safe and protected. But eventually, you're going to have to bring it to the forefront. Okay, this is not... We're not in a time of the tapping the sheep on the shoulder and being, hey, did you want to wake up yet? We are now in the time of calling all the lions and saying, hey, we need to do something. We need to start a movement. We need to, whatever the heck it is. So whatever you're working on, keep working on it behind the scenes. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. But don't think that it's going to stay that way forever. And that tower is going to come in slow and gentle for you. Just get on that board and ride the wave. Okay? It's just a deck of cards, baby. It's freaking scared the dog with the cards. Bisky! Are you alright? Don't look into the dead lights. Alright, let's get some spirit animals going. For the fourth top Stellium. Ooh. Almost 10 minutes in. Alright. Fourth house. What do we got? What does fourth house do here when it comes to... Ooh, crocodile. Oh, I love crocodile energy. It's freaking great energy. They have beautiful eyes. Just, oh my gosh. They're so mesmerizing. Like the... kind of tap into that ancestral DNA in their eyes. Anything else for the fourth house, Stellium? Oop, dragonfly. We're going to read butterfly because we started off with that. Okay, let's start. I'm going to go the other way. I'm working it backwards. Where's dragonfly? All the paper in the freaking world that I have in this room, and I have none of it available at the moment to just mark my page. Yoda, help a girl out. Let's do this then. Yeah, we can just use a card. Okay. Ready, set, grow. Grow. Undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is within us during periods of transformation. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since the transformation is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, committing to one daily routine, a meal, practice, or prayer. Done at the same place and time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. When in balance, cheerful and graceful. When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. To bring into balance, daily routine. Dragonfly. This, how many transformations you want to go through in one raid? Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and etherical creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it is worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, it sees clearly, joyful, and magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate in a busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. Always focus on the breath. I don't care who you are, where you're from. If this isn't your read, focus on your breath. Okay. If you take nothing else from this encounter, focus on your breath. Straight into the diaphragm. If you're breathing correctly, you will not be able to be in a panic state or anxiety. Okay? You know. Big Farm is not going to like you. I don't care. Okay. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, actions, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around, hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering your awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck and lashes out. To bring into balance, rest, and Makarasana pose. No clue what that is. Not even. I have. Let me spell you that so you can go look it up because I have no idea. Makarasana pose. So it's some sort of yoga-ish pose. All right. Fourth house. I hope that brings you some peace, some joy, some... okay, because a lot of us are feeling stuck right now because there's so much that we kind of have to prepare ourselves for before we can make any movements. Like, I don't know about you, but personally, I'm just waiting for that, like, the second shoe to drop this month, which is that movement of Pluto into Aquarius. So I'm going to do a video on what that's going to look like when it comes to technology too. So when we are dealing with those, like, wait a minute, so start digging into how things are going to look, how it's going to act, how it's going to behave, how you can present yourself in the future, and you have to think outside the box. So you got two air things in there already, which is the butterfly and the dragonfly, all about the air, which means you got the backing of Aquarius moving into Pluto already. And Pluto is all about transformation. So there it is again. So again, understanding that the universe always has your back, our back, everybody's back, whether they like it or not. And if they don't like it, usually they end up in some delusional place that's very unhappy. So when we're working with the energies and understanding this power operation that we're about to move into, you know the truth of the situation. Even though the Seven of Swords was here, I feel like you know instinctively that you just need to find a different way. You have what you need, but you're like, this is gonna be the tower moment coming here at the end of the month, and I am going to do my research so I can maneuver through that like a fox. Okay, again, oftentimes the people who demonize the thing, whatever the thing is, are terrified of its medicine, and that medicine always is change. That medicine is always change. And it terrifies people. And they do not want their lives disrupted, because as painful and as miserable as their life might currently be, doing any work or sacrifice to improve it still is scary AF. Okay, so just picture yourself in that canoe, and there's people that are starting to stand up in their canoes and being like, okay, I don't like this anymore. Okay. And there's people who don't want to swim, who don't like the cold, wet water, and who just, want to keep moving towards that waterfall. Okay, they don't care. They don't care the waterfall's coming. They have no F's to give about that. They want to sit in the canoe because it's always been their canoe, and that's their canoe. And we've always sat in the canoe. So we're going to just sit in the canoe. Even though, like, we can hear the roaring of the falls coming up dead ahead. There's some people who are just not going to get out of the canoe. Okay? So understanding that if we... this is so sad. It's just sad to have to say. We're going to have to wait and watch those people go over the fall. We're just going to have to wait. Okay? And those people, again, are the ones that are holding on to the actual lie. They're holding on to the way things have always been done. We've always done it this way, so we're going to keep doing it this way, even though it is clearly not a benefit to anyone, including them, which is the travesty of it. But that truthfulness of that fall coming up is not going to be changed due to the numerous people that stay in the canoes. Okay, so with that fox energy, you see it. You already know what's coming. Okay, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm feeling that, oh, what can I do? Can't do anything, honey. Can't do a dang thing. You gotta let it happen. That, again, comes with that understanding that pattern. That personal sovereignty is coming into play really hard. Again, this is not the time for the lambs and the sheeps. Okay, they selected their path. We can't talk them out of it, no matter how hard we try. Okay, we we've gone through the shadow season. We understand what it means to be in the canoe and be hell-bent on staying in the canoe. Okay, those people have to go off to learn. Okay, so we are just going to take that observer mode and understand. We're going to be witches of the water. I'll probably put that in your... I don't even know if this is a water placement, but there's, I am the witch of the water. I can't remember, but it talks about like ships. I dream of a wild, raging ocean and a ship that is tossed on the waves, and the wreckage I find on the shoreline and what's left of the ones I can't save. It's haunting. It's scary. To me, it's beautiful, because even though we can't possibly at all save those souls from what they're about to go through, voluntarily, mind you, we can assess the inner workings of it, and I'll touch on that on my next video. But we can assess that. We can assess what is left of the wreckage, what survived, what didn't survive, and what was the undercurrent of the lesson that we were supposed to learn from this happening. Okay, hope that makes sense. But your tower now has been shifted to a slow, steady, gentle change, because you can see through the pattern, and because you have that fox energy looking for a different way to maneuver. You have now left the canoe and now you have gone into the wilderness and be like, okay, how we start a fire and keep it like from burning down the bush? How do we find our own food? How do we keep moving and, clean the water that we have to drink from the shoreline? Blah, 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 whatever it is. I'm using, these could be metaphors, but either way, you're out of the canoe and looking for a different pathway forward. Okay, now it's just the waiting time, because you do have to pay witness to what's about to happen. It's our duty as of being human. We have to pay witness. It's just how it goes. Because if we don't pay witness, we can't be honest about how we got there, why those people wanted to stay in their canoes, and what's going to be left after the falls. Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I love you. And until next time, keep your flame.